Hi, this is Reba Nance, and today's tip is how to use Outlook to create a folder and a rule that will allow you to keep track of emails where you send one to somebody, you ask them for some information or you ask them to do something for you, send you something, and then it's really easy once you send that to forget what it was you asked them to do, the date you asked them, and then follow up when they don't respond to you. So Outlook makes it really easy to do that through creating a rule. I have Outlook 2007, so the tip today will be using 2007. If you're using some other version of Outlook, it may look a little bit different. First thing you want to do is to come over here in your inbox and create a folder for these requests. Now you see I've got folders here, and in front of these is the @ symbol. The reason I created these folders without in them is because those will appear at the top of my folder list. You can see I've got quite a few folders here, and I want it to appear at the top so that I don't have to go down to the bottom whenever I want to check this folder. So first thing I'm going to do is to create the folder that's going to automatically put a copy of those messages in there. So I come down to the inbox, I highlight it, I right click, and I say New Folder, and I'm going to name this folder because remember that's going to put it up at the top, and I'm going to create WFF. The reason I'm creating WFF is because that to me stands for Waiting For Folder, and that is the information I'm going to put in the email that's going to allow the rule to tell it to put an extra copy in this folder. So that's what the WFF means. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK here, and you see it created that folder for me. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and set up this rule for me. So the first thing I do is go to Tools, I click on Rules and Alerts, and I'm going to get rid of this because I actually have a copy right now. I'm going to get rid of it and create another one. So go ahead and go to Email Rules, and I'm going to click on New Rule, and that's where I start. So I want to go to Start from a Blank Rule, and I want to check messages after sending, because once I send a message and I put WFF, which means Waiting For Folder, in the body of the message at the bottom, it's going to know to take that message and put a copy in this folder for me. So I'm going to start from a blank rule, and I want to check messages after I send them. So go ahead and click Messages After Sending and click Next, and then what it does here is it shows me what the rule is going to look like. So what I want to do, which conditions I want to check, is I want to do specific words in the body, and those words, I'm going to click on here and tell it which words it is. Those words are WFF, and I will show you how this all works at the end, so don't worry. So put in WFF, and I click Add, and I click OK. So it's going to apply this rule after I send a message with WFF in the body. I'm going to click on Next, and it wants to know what I want to do with that email, and I want to move a copy of that email to a particular folder. Now I don't want to move the email itself because I want to have all my emails still appear in my Sent folder, because I may go there and have to look for it. I want a copy sent to a specified folder. So I want to move a copy to the specified folder, and the folder is going to be the @WFF folder. I click OK for that. So now again, we want to apply this rule after I send the message with WFF in the body, and I want to move a copy to the WFF folder. I want to click on Next. The next thing I have to check is, are there any exceptions to this? For instance, do I want to not have this kick in if it's through a specified account, or if it's marked as important, or if it's marked as a certain sensitivity? There are no exceptions for this. I want every single email that I send to anybody with WFF in the body to get put into this folder. So I'm not going to click any of these. I'm just going to click Next. All right. Now it wants to know what I want to call this rule, and I want to call it WFF because this is the Waiting For rule, Waiting For Folder rule. Now set up the rule option. Do I want to run this rule now on messages already in the inbox, or do I want to turn on this rule? In this case, I just want to turn on this rule because I don't already have anything in my inbox that says WFF in the body. If in fact you hadn't have thought about this for any rule and you want to go ahead and include messages already in the inbox, you can also click this. So now I'm going to click Finish. It's a client-only rule and it's going to process when Outlook is running, and that's fine. So now I'm going to click, always come back and click Apply if that's one of the options, and click OK. So now this rule is all set up for me. So now I'm going to go ahead and create a new email, and I'm going to send it to Sue Bertram, who works here with me, and I'm going to put test in here, and I'm going to say, Sue, please look up and send me the email for Peg Madej. Thanks. Now, because I want a copy of this to be put in my WFF folder, because I've asked her to look up and send me the email for Peg Madej, I'm going to drop down to the bottom here where people, frankly, I've been doing this for years and nobody ever notices. I'm going to type in WFF here. That way, when I send this, that rule is going to kick in because it's an email that's been sent from me and it has WFF in the body. So I'm going to go ahead and click Send, and automatically, and this is the beauty of it, there will be a copy in my Sent Items folder, but there will also be a copy in WFF. So let me go ahead and click this, and you see that it's already looked up here. It's already sent a copy here. Now, if I wait for a few days, and you might want to check this every couple of days, some people check it every day, but I might want to wait for Sue to respond to me, and if she doesn't in a couple of days, I see that I don't have this, I go ahead and double click it, I open it up, and Sue hasn't responded to me. Now, I can't reply to this because it was from me, but I can hit forward, and I will hit Sue again, and I'll hit Sue, I know you're swamped, but have you had a chance to check for Peg's email? See below if I want to. And you can come down here, and the original email is right here, so she knows exactly what I asked her for. She also knows the date I asked her for it. I'm going to hit Send again, and because it had WFF in the email, another copy is going to go here. So here's the original email, here's the follow-up, and now Sue knows everything that I've asked her to do, and she knows the follow-up. Now what I did here was I already had a WFF email folder, and I clicked on Rename because I want to show you one more thing here. I'll go back and rename this WFF, but I wanted to show you how to create a folder. So these are some emails where I already had WFF in it. Now when I'm finished, and this is the beauty of this, you can see I had a subject, Cobar Green Initiative. I'm going to expand this. This is finished now. I finished with this project. I asked somebody for something, they got back to me. I'm ready to get rid of this. And there are 4 individual emails here. I don't have to do them individually. I can go back up and look at the same subject matter, right click, and say delete, and it says this action will apply to all items in the selected groups, and that would be okay. It gets rid of all of them. So you can see how simple this is and how quick and easy to get rid of all of those. So it's one of the very best ways to keep track of emails where you've asked people to send you something and then follow up when they don't do it. Feel free to give me a call or an email if you have any questions, reba.n@cobar.org, and I hope you find this as useful as I have.